Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, let me explain the difference between partition key and sort key. Here, DynamoDB partition key and sort key. Employee table example, which now we are discussing step by step. Here in this video, what we will learn is what is partition key and what is sort key, and also the real-time example or real-world example of employee, and also internal working of DynamoDB. See here, the real-time scenario of a employee. Let's say, for example, one employee receives a salary every month, and the employee ID is 101, January salary, February salary, and March salary. This is the employee salary table. Here we are taking employee ID as a partition key and month as a sort key, which is optional, and also the salary. So this is the structure, or this is the data. So what is partition key? Here in this case, partition key is the employee ID that we're gonna take it. The purpose is it finds the employee data location, and also it stores all employee records together, and it is used for fast searching. Whereas sort key is a month here in this employee table, now which we will be discussing it practically. The purpose of it is it organizes the employee records and allows multiple records, and it sorts the data month wise. And the internal working of a DynamoDB, how it works, how it functions is DynamoDB takes the employee ID, which is a partition key, and it hash the, and what it will do is the hash function, it hashes it, the value, the hash function will be applied, and it finds the server or the partition, because it will be internally divided into partitions. So it stores the employee data and uses the month to arrange the records, because month is a sort key here in this scenario which we have taken. So this is the visualization, employee ID with the 101. Without sort key, only employee ID exists, so only one record is allowed. With the sort key, the employee ID, which is 101, and the multiple records associated with that corresponding employee ID will be, we can get those all the associated data of that corresponding employee, which is having the employee 101. See, this is the partition key versus sort key. Partition key, what it will do is it finds the data location, and this is a mandatory field. Partition key is a mandatory. Example is employee ID. Sort key is it organizes the records, it is optional, and example is month. So if we discuss here, I have opened the AWS console and also the DynamoDB dashboard, where inside it we are having the tables, explore items, and all everything. So if I go here in the tables, I'm having the employee data. If I click there, see here, the status is active, partition key is employee ID, sort key is month. So if I click here and go to the explore items, see here, these are the data which we are having. Whereas employee ID is the, previously we have discussed now, employee ID is the partition key and month is the sort key, which is optional. So here it is pointed to scan, and selected attributes projection is all attributes, and if I click on run, what happens is, see here, it is getting all the data, because here we have selected all attributes in the table employee data. Okay, then if I go for the query, see here, sort key, we have added the month as a sort key now. So employee ID 101, I am not adding anything in the sort key, and if I click on run, what happens? Let's see. See here, the data comprises of employee ID 101. All the data have been present here. The data with the 101 have been present here. Employee ID 101. So what I will do now is, let's the data with the employee 101, and if I want this specifically a single record, what I will do is, let's say if I copy Jan 2026 and enter the value here, so now we can get the data which is specifically that corresponding record with that employee ID. Click here. See here, Jan 2026 has been returned here. That's the thing, because partition key, as we have discussed this previously, partition key is the mandatory field, sort key is the optional one. Let's say, for example, I'm again discussing it clearly. For the partition key, if we have that employee ID, employee ID with the same data, let's say for example we have employee ID 101, we have multiple records, then sort key will be a optional one. So what it tries to do is, it will try to sort the value and it will give the value which we want. It will give the single record of that corresponding value here. This is the thing. If I remove here and if I again click on run, see here, if I present it here, run, it will return that corresponding value. In this way, this is the key difference, this is the key difference between a partition key and a sort key. The partition key will return only the partition key will return all the values which comprises with that corresponding employee ID. But with the sort key, whereas with the sort key, what it will do is, if we have multiple employee IDs of the same value, the sort key, what it will do is, it will try to sort the value and it will return that corresponding a single record of value to the end user. It will try to sort it and it will try to return the single record which the user wants, which the end user wants. In this way, this is the difference between a partition key and the sort